It's Thomas with
Lily.
and we're here for another video. So, today is all about apologies. Very sad. We are very, very sorry that we didn't make a video for you guys. And, we just wanted to come on and just say sorry. So, today is a different video. We're going to be doing something fun, something nice, something sweet. And it's all about love.
Yeah.
Today is all about how we met. So, our relationship started off in a very, very 21st century way. A way a lot of people, I guess, nowadays meet. We met online. We met on Tinder. Yes.
We've touched on this before, but
Yeah.
today we're going to go a little bit more in depth.
Yeah. So, we were basically both single.
I would hope so.
We were both single. We were both at that point where we wanted something more. And so, I mean, that's the reason I started. I don't know. Is that the reason you started?
I went into it because I just wanted someone to talk to, and I was looking for someone to date, but I kind of just went in with, let's see who's out there.
Yeah.
I didn't expect anything to happen from it.
And so, basically, when I saw her profile, I really liked it. I thought she was absolutely gorgeous. I still do. I think she's great. And so, I sent her a message. As a guy, I don't really know. I don't really see the kind of messages girls get. Although I can have a pretty good idea of what they sound and look like. And it's not something I particularly agree with. No, I don't agree with it at all. As a matter of fact, I think it's, quite frankly, I think it's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But I was raised kind of old school that way, so I sent Lily this paragraph.
That's him. That's me. That's him.
Is that the first message?
Yeah, that's the first message you ever
All right,
did.
do you want to read it, Lily?
So he said, hey...
Don't make fun of me for being super nerdy.
No, it was perfect. He said, hey, Lily, I'm Thomas. Can I read the whole, check to make sure I can read that whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Just because, okay. Hey, Lily, I'm Thomas. I am 20, and I work in real estate in D.C. I'm a volunteer firefighter, and I love country music. Ha ha. I am not too good at this, but you look nice, and I would love to get to know you better.
Yep.
And he sent it, I think you said relatively late at night.
Yeah, it was late. And I was on Tinder, and I was, doing the swipes for the day. And I found out that Lily had matched with me.
Yeah.
And so I sent it.
And so he sent it around 11 o'clock at night. And I looked at it and thought to myself, I'm not going to answer. So I waited. Did I wait till the next day?
I'm pretty sure you...
Or did I just wait a couple hours?
Well, it was... when we had our first conversation, it was very, very late. So it may have been that evening.
Okay, but I think I waited a couple hours, and then I answered and was like, I wrote, wow, you sound great. Well, I'm Lily. I am 22. I'm a psych and criminal justice major with an English minor. I've lived in D.C. my whole life. I speak French and have 6 piercings and 2 tattoos. How are you? And he wrote, I love this message. This is the message that kind of pulled me in. He goes, well, thanks. Nice to meet you, Lily. That's awesome. I moved here recently from Europe, and I speak German and French. No piercings. In parentheses, I think. I love that. And I'm getting a tattoo within the next few months.
Money came in between that.
I am doing well, thanks, and you. And that was our first conversation.
It was our first conversation, yeah. So things went, presumably well. We are together over a year later. Mm-hmm. And one thing I found that was very difficult, and I noticed this very, very quickly on, is that Lily was very guarded. Mm-hmm. After a couple of days, I said, I'd love to get your phone number so we could chat more. And the way it worked is that when I was on Tinder, if I was talking to someone, I would stop talking to other people because I thought it was important to be open and upfront and give that person, your undivided attention from the get-go.
So were you talking to someone else when we started talking?
Yes.
I was too. But I stopped. I think that second day I stopped.
Right. Usually you can find out pretty quickly on it if the conversation or the relationship or, your time with that person is going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that Lily, she gave a really nice answer. It was one that wasn't just a, hey, how you doing kind of thing. And so I thought she took her time. So now it's up to me to kind of do the right thing and give her my undivided attention. So I said, politely to the other people I was talking to, I said, really, thanks a lot, but I've just started talking to someone. She seems really nice.
You were polite about it.
Yeah.
I basically just stopped talking to them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I wasn't talking to anyone seriously. So, backtrack a little bit. I think as a girl, it's easier to get matches. To be honest, I sat up and just swiped. I judged off of pictures, to be honest, when I started. And I can say that he's one of the first people I actually clicked on and looked at their profiles. But so I was talking, I had multiple guys messaging me, and I probably only talked to 20 of them, and none of them were, even the first message, I could tell there wasn't going to be anything. Mm-hmm. And on his first message is the first time I thought, wow, this could be something. So that's why I stopped talking to these other guys, because a lot of them were just like, hey, how are you? What's up? And then the dreaded send nudes, which drives me crazy, and I never did. But a lot of girls get that message, and it is the worst. Right. Which is why when he wrote his paragraph, I was like, So yeah. Anyway, so we both stopped talking to the other people. Mm-hmm. And then what?
Well, and then I sort of asked her, hey, I'd love your number. Yeah. Let's talk. And that was a hassle. Getting the phone number from her, because these kind of things when someone is that guarded with their phone number, because a lot of people overall are very careless with their number. They'll pretty much give it out to most people. But Lily, I noticed, was very, very, she kept it close, kept her cards close. And so I knew that it was something that needed a little time.
I didn't trust him.
Right.
At all.
Right.
I thought he was super sweet, super cute.
Right.
But I wasn't gonna give out my number. I wasn't gonna give out
and rightly so.
Information.
And rightly so. And so after a while, building up trust, things like that, as much as you can do over the internet. Yeah. We finally started talking by text, and then I asked a question that probably sent her into a tailspin. I asked her when she wants to go out with me. Yeah. And she was a handful to deal with.
See, I blush even now. It's over a year ago.
It was. I said, hey, I'd love to take you out for dinner. I'd love to talk and to get you know in person. And it was, maybe soon. And then I said, look, Lily. I said, I get it. I said, it's fun. I said, we will meet wherever you want. And then she suggested a Thai restaurant in D.C. It's called Bow Thai.
My favorite place.
It's pretty good. They have spicy rice.
My favorite place.
Well, they have good stuff, but the rice is too spicy. So, anyway, we met there. I got there early. We had a 5:30 date. I got there about 5:20, and I was standing there waiting. I see...
No, first I texted you, and I said, I don't know if I can do tonight.
Well, yeah, she texted me the day of at about midday, and I persuaded her eventually.
I was freaking out. I was not going to show up. I was terrified And I was scared and I was nervous.
Yeah. So fast forward to, to the evening of. I'm standing outside the restaurant. I'm waiting for her, and then I see this teal buggy, teal VW bug with more scuffs on her bumper than all the rally cars I've ever seen. Pull up, and I see the worst parallel park job ever in the history of mankind. As Lily tries to navigate the parking lot, and while she's doing this, I'm making her life hell by texting her update. And things like, "Oh, you're nearly there. You're getting closer. Maybe next time. Third time's a charm. Fourth time's a charm." She finally parks it, gets out, and we go into the restaurant. We had a good time, had a great time. But according to her, and this is
I
something...
knew you were going to say this.
According to her, I said, "Great, I hope you don't have any plans tonight because, I'd love to spend the evening talking to you," sort of thing, similar to that. And she said, "Well, I have places to go afterwards."
I said I had to go to work.
Yeah, she said she had to go to work.
Which was a lie.
It was?
Yes.
Because you actually left, telling me you had to go to work.
So here's what happened. No, because I was getting text messages. So when I originally told him I had to leave to go to work, that was a lie. I was supposed to work later that night. But I texted my boss saying I didn't want to come in. And she said okay. But someone needed to cover. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, she said, well, it's okay because it's an hour and a half, an hour and a half after we meet. And she said, I could never have a conversation with anybody that lasts longer than an hour and a half.
Because it never happened before.
Right. And so it turned into an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 20, an hour and 25, hour 29, an hour and a half. And then she got an email, a text from her boss saying, "Okay, you got to come." And so she ended up coming. We had to cut our date short. And then we went out. I walked her out. I walked her to her car. And then just before we got in her car, this is where the mushy stuff happens. You can.
No, you tell
No,
them.
you-
I want you to tell them.
I brought them this far.
Okay, so we get towards the car. We're holding hands, which I thought was super cute already. And so we're walking towards the car, and we get there, and I think we just kind of looked at each other at first. It wasn't awkward, like weird awkward, but it was like, because obviously we wanted to kiss, but I was still really nervous, even after talking to him. Did you kiss me or did I kiss you?
I kissed you.
Okay. So we're saying that, and he kissed me, and we kissed a couple times.
A couple?
No.
What are you,
Until
high?
we got in the car. That was a whole other thing. So we kissed a couple times. I was like laughing, but like in a cute way. And then we were like, okay. And I was like, okay, I have to go. So then I walk over to the car, and before I open the door, he kissed me again a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got in the car, and then we kept kissing. He was outside. You were standing at my window.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, how long do you think it was?
A good 15 minutes.
Yeah, we just kept kissing. Like in the middle of the street, pretty much.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't let me go.
Okay.
And
okay.
and I didn't want to go.
There you go.
Like, but it was like this. I think that's when I knew that like this was actually going to be something, right? When did tell them when you knew?
I don't know. Your parking job. That was. I don't
That's
think I've
when
ever
you
seen
knew?
anything like that. Yeah. I don't know. It was just, it showed how nervous you were, and I think nerves
He thought it was cute.
I think nerves show that you care. Because if you go in there and you're just like to hell with it, sort of thing, you know that they're either not bothered or they're not interested. And so, I saw her attempt to parallel park about 15 times.
Yeah.
I knew she was so nervous, and I really like that. I like that a lot. So, yeah. So fast forward a year and...
No, the next day. No, we have to
Oh, you
talk
wanna
about
do
that.
that?
Yeah. No, I want to. Yeah. Because this is because I feel like a lot of people don't do this. So you know how like you'll go on a date with someone and then after you'll be like, oh, I had a great time. Let's have a second date next week.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So this was 7:38 on Friday night, and then I texted him. We were texting that night, and then I texted you Saturday, probably what noonish, and I said I'm going to my friend Kevin's house.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to come? And he automatically was like, yeah, sure. So then we had a date Saturday night.
Are you going to tell them about my fears leading up to that?
If they're appropriate.
Well, yeah. Okay, so in my background, socially and professionally, okay, the friends we were going to meet are gay.
Yes.
And are trans. What?
We didn't know that Emily, who is a trans person, was going to be there.
Right.
I didn't know.
Right. And so...
And there's nothing wrong with that, just to preface. That's the right word, right? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I've known Emily for a while.
Right.
I've known Kevin and Daniel for a while.
Right. And so the where I grew up in Austria is very, very conservative, very, very old school. I never knew any gay people growing up. If they were, they never showed it, they never said. So I never really knew any gay people. So this was my first time actually meeting socially gay people. And it may sound really, really ridiculous to a lot of you because, you know, you have grown up in somewhere where being gay is more socially acceptable. But I wanted to have a good impression. I wanted to leave a good impression. The last thing I wanted to do was offend anybody. And so I was absolutely terrified that I'd say something, you know, put my foot in my mouth and just say something that was going to completely kill the mood. And I was absolutely terrified. And then the minute I met this Emily character, I was petrified. Because it's one thing seeing somebody and hearing about it in the news and reading it in magazine. It's another person to be standing in front of someone that was born a man or male and looks like a man, has a face like a man, but has really long, flowy, silky blonde hair and yoga pants and a handbag. I think he had a bra on. No, I didn't think he had a bra on. She had a bra on. Exactly. Stuff like that.
He still struggles, but so does everyone.
Exactly. And so when I met it, I was like, oh, crap. I was terrified. Because you never want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah.
It's important.
I also didn't fully know this. Like, I knew that he was worried.
Right.
But I grew up so open.
Right.
Like, I had been friends with Kevin, Daniel, Emily for years.
Right.
So I didn't know how...
Right. And then plus, my background at work as a firefighter is the most,
very manly.
Everybody there is hyper masculine. And so I was just so out of my comfort zone.
You handled it really well, though.
I did. I handled it very well. I'm very, very proud of myself. I was so sure I was going to say something, but I didn't.
No, he was very, very good.
So it ended up being a great weekend.
Yeah, and then it's not over yet.
Okay, well, we're getting to 20 minutes now.
So, okay, then it won't be super long. Anyway, then then I took you back to the metro because I didn't want to tell him where I lived either.
Yeah.
So I took him back to the metro, and then he texted me later that night and was like, do you want to get breakfast? So this is Sunday. And so I picked him up at the Metro again. And then we went to a little restaurant, and it was super nice. And then after that, we went to Union Market.
Yeah.
And then we sat in the car and talked.
Mm-hmm. And then that was the first time we said the yeah, and
Who said it first?
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I didn't want to be the first to say it.
He would not tell me he loved me.
Nope. I wanted her to be the first to say it.
And it frustrated me.
Right. And then, she said it, and so did I, and it was great. And then we went to Pentagon Mall after that.
We spent 8 hours together that day.
Yeah. So all in all, it was a very good weekend.
And then pretty much we've been inseparable since. We basically spent all that next week together. I had school, he had work, so we'd spend like afternoons, dinners, and then that next weekend, so that Friday after we met, which I think is very fast looking back, but I'm glad, I spent the weekend in his apartment. And that was the weekend of the Super Bowl. And that was a really fun weekend. So yeah, and now we're here. All this time later. Still together. So yeah, do you have anything?
It's been fun.
Yeah?
Yep.
Why are you being weird?
I'm not being weird. No, it's been great. It's been a really, really good year. Well, more than a year, but it's been a really, really good time that we spent together. I'm very, very happy. Thoroughly enjoy it. She's good company. You're good people.
Thanks.
So,
you're all right yourself. You're so cute. Sorry, fine, handsome.
I know.
I always tell you he's cute and he gets mad at me.
Because puppies are cute. Kittens are...
Cute.
I'm allergic, so I don't like them. And babies are cute. Men
But
are
you're
not
my
cute.
baby.
Nobody. Whatever.
You're so handsome.
That
But
I
yeah.
can live with.
You're so weird. Okay, well, yeah, that was our video.
That was our video.
We will be back soon. Again, we apologize. Last weekend, I was extremely sick from allergies.
And I am...
He's, like, dying today and yesterday.
I'm amazed I can keep such a composure. I look perfect, I know.
Dramatic.
I know you're sitting there and saying, what's wrong with him? He looks incredible. Thank you, first off. Second off, it's a struggle. I'm just messing with you. So, yeah, I'm sick, she's sick, everybody's sick. But, yeah, really, we thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and
Comment.
love comment. We've been reading, and I've been reading them myself, the comments.
And please give us questions for our Q&A. We still only have 2 questions. And whether you're a subscriber or not, please give us questions.
Yeah.
And you can give us multiple questions.
All around.
We want to make a video with like 10, 15 questions. So any questions you have, even if we've mentioned something before and you want more detail or have a future video idea that can go into questions, what are you doing?
A little dance.
Please let us know. We love making videos for you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
You guys are all right. All right.
You're not, what's his name?
I could be.
And you're Lincoln? Okay, we're gonna go.
Alrighty. Alright, you guys. Adios.
Bye.
Bye.